Was anyone here at the Ray Kurzweil panel on the brain? Maybe you guys were here. So the thing that was fascinating to me about that, and it's fascinating when I was learning about the brain in general, is that the brain likes to find patterns. That's how we figure things out in this world, right? We find patterns. And so generally we try to project on data that's out there right now things that we already know, right? That's what stereotyping is all about, and it's very useful for us. You need to know how to grab a branch, so you need to know the thing's a branch and not a vine. It's just evolutionary, right? Most people my age have no connection to the conversation you guys are just having. Because we don't have that pattern in set. The very paradigm of nation-state politics is a paradigm that's breaking down. There are 240 million users of Facebook currently. 240 million. Sorry, how many? 270. How many countries have that many citizens?
272.
How many countries have that many citizens? How many? How many people could a central government reach like Mark Zuckerberg can reach? How many? I mean, this is a whole different system. Anyone here read Thomas Kuhn's Structure of Scientific Revolutions? He wrote an amazing book, right? And what he did is he said that over time, we tend to, scientifically, with science and the scientific process, we tend to project on the data the same things that we thought just recently. But things change. And so what I would like to say is the question of should the Jewish world be reorganized? Well, the entire world has been reorganized. If the Jewish world seeks to continue our purpose, our existential reason for being, that is why in the world would we want to be Jews unless we have something to do with it, unless it means something in our lives. So if we want to continue to do meaning, if we want to continue to serve a purpose, then we must reorganize. And we must learn about how this new network world operates. Now it can be done. It's not that, well, it might be a little hard, but it's not that hard. Take Cisco, for example. Cisco is a major corporation, huge. And there's a great story in Fast Company magazine, so if the reporter for Fast Company did a bad job of writing that story, it's not my fault, I'm quoting the story. You can all go read it. The reporter wrote about how Cisco, a corporation with a hierarchical structure where there is a CEO that determines things and there are people that listen and no one really has a vote, kind of like in a democracy, has now networked units that operate together and work together in different ways to have decisions be made on the periphery. So that we don't need to bring together a panel of experts that have learned education. We need to put out one Bible rapper named Matt Barr, who is a fellow at the PresenTense Institute, who's now in 115 supplementary schools in the United States, teaching teachers how to teach their kids our history, our Tanakh, through hip-hop. And if you go to BibleRapsNation.com, you can see YouTube videos that these kids record themselves writing raps about the Tanakh and thereby integrating that knowledge into their lives and then share virally with all of their friends. So on a very basic level, Argentina and Uruguay and Britain and France and the United States, the geographical boundaries don't really matter because Gabriel Weitz, who comes from Argentina, who is the editor of Stam magazine, has contributed to Present Tense magazine, and we contribute there, and we all work together, because why? It's just a poke away on Facebook.